Hold on, everyone. I'm trying to get my tablet up on this stand here. I'll be on short. I'm on now, but I'm gonna. My thing ain't acting right. Hold on, give me a minute. I'm gonna read a few. I'm gonna read a couple of articles. It's gonna be related to one story. So, I'm just trying to get my stand together. So, how y'all doing tonight? I'm here again for the second night in a row. I'm trying to be more active on this thing. But I am getting a new tablet stand in the mail. I ordered. It's like a little couch where you can set your tablet on and set your cell phone on. And that's what I'm gonna get because I'm tired of this little tablet stand. You know, I'm not a huge fan of this thing. Hey, Crystal, you the first one up in here. I'm trying to get my stand together. So I'm gonna get on this topic. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I think that's big enough. Shoot, my thing is crooked. Okay, I guess that's good enough. But yeah, I'm going to read an article from TMZ from last week. It's about a Texas cop, opening fire on a teenager that was eating a burger in a parking lot of McDonald's. So let me pull this article up. I have three different articles that I'm gonna read, and then I'm gonna give my thoughts about it, about the situation. Yeah, and I might show the video too. It's a graphic video, but I might show it. I don't know if I can, but if not, y'all can pull it up on the internet, or y'all can pull it up on the internet, or y'all can yeah, probably pull it up on the internet if I don't show it here. But I'm about to read. It's a San Antonio PD cop opens fire on teen at Mickey D's. In San Antonio, police officer is out of a job after shooting a teenager who was eating a meal in a car parked outside a McDonald's. And the incident is all on video. The shooting went down Sunday night at a Mickey D's, but police just released body cam footage showing the cop firing multiple shots into the car. The officer walked up to a parked car, opened the driver's door, and the teen behind the wheel freaks out in between bites of a burger. The kid then reversed to drive away, and the cop started shooting. Several gunshots ring out as the car drives off into the night, with the officer giving chase. Hold on, who was that? Oh, hi, Shay B. As it turns out, San Antonio PD says the officer was at the fast food joint for a disturbance call, unreleased to the vehicle from the shooting. Unrelated to the video from, sorry, unrelated to the vehicle from the shooting. Cops say the officer approached the car because he thought it was the same vehicle that allegedly invaded police the day before. The teen reportedly suffered multiple gunshot wounds and was taken to the hospital in critical condition. He was initially charged with evading detention and assault on a police officer, but those charges have since been dismissed, and the case is closed. Meanwhile, San Antonio PD terminated the cop for violating the department's tactics, training, and procedures. Okay, that's one article down. I got two more I want to read. The next two are going to give more details about the event. So, the name of the officer and the name of the team. Okay, this is the second article. It's from AP News. It's called Texas Officer Fired After Shooting Hamburger Eating Teenager by Ken Miller. This is the article. This is the author of it. A Texas police officer who shot and wounded a teenager who had been sitting in his car eating a hamburger has been fired, police said. San Antonio officer James Bernard was fired after shooting Eric Cantu, 17, on October 2nd in a fast food restaurant parking lot. Police training commander Alyssa Campos said in a video statement released Wednesday. Brenand, however you say his last name, had responded to an unrelated disturbance at the fast food restaurant when he saw the Cantu inside the car, which had invaded him a day earlier, Campos said. A Texas prosecutor said in a statement Friday that he has not seen enough evidence to file charges against the teenager. While Sunday's shooting of an unarmed teenager by a then San Antonio police officer remains under investigation, the facts and evidence we have received so far led us to reject the charges against Eric Cantu for further investigation. Betzer County District Attorney Joe Gonzalez said. I'm going to call him B. I ain't going to try to pronounce his last name. The officer's last name is B. Who had been on the force for less than 1 year, violated his training and police procedures after approaching the car, Campos said. The officer abruptly opened the driver's door and ordered the driver out of the car before the arrival of backup officers that Brennan, however you say his name, had requested. Campos said. Cantu, in the officer's body camera video, looks towards B while holding a hamburger, then backs the car away, striking the officer with the open door. Ooh, that's something he shouldn't have done. But hey, company, Cantu, who was struck by gunfire, stopped nearby where he and a passenger who was not injured were found by police. There is nothing I can say in defense of that officer's actions that night. Police Chief William McMahon told WOAI-TV, I thought what happened initially there was some contact made, but that did not justify the shooting. Cantu was hospitalized in stable condition and intentionally charged with invading police and aggravated assault. Gonzalez, the district attorney, said no decision has been made on whether to pursue charges against B, pending the outcome of a police investigation into the shooting. As we do with all officer-involved shootings that result in death or serious injury, we will submit the case to a grand jury for their consideration. Hi, Tiffany. Until that happens, we can make no further comment on this matter, Gonzalez said. Police and an attorney for Cantu did not immediately return phone calls for comment on Friday. Okay, that's the second article down. One more I want to read. I hope y'all catching on to this situation, about, this cop and this young boy. The cop hasn't been on the job for a whole year. It's been less than a year, and the young man name is Eric, and he's 17. And the cop, his first name, they might mention it again in this article. But yes, one more article. It's a TMZ article, a second TMZ article. Hey, Caramel. Well, Caramel, you might have to go back from the beginning from when I read the first two articles. But I'm just to read the third and final article that I saved involving this case. From TMZ, McDonald's shooting, teenager shot by cop on life support, major organs punctured. The 17-year-old shot multiple times by a cop while eating outside at McDonald's is on life support after several of his organs were punctured, TMZ has learned. Eric Cantu's family, through his attorney Brian Powers, tells TMZ the teen has undergone multiple surgeries to repair major organs that were damaged, a result of the gunfire. Eric's being closely monitored as the system keeps his lungs operating. He still remains sedated to hopefully ease the pain and discomfort he'll face if conscious. Eric is struggling, and the recovery won't be easy for him, but his family thanks everyone for sending prayers, asking for more of that love during this time of uncertainty. As we reported, body cam footage released by police last week showed San Antonio PD officer James Bernard, or however you say his last name, I'm just going to call him James B., shoot multiple times at the unarmed kid. B was at the location for an unrelated call, but Cantu had apparently invaded Bernard B on another call the day before. B was fired for violating the department's tactics, training, and procedures. Okay, so this is the third and final article that I done read from this situation. Yeah, this cop, he deserved to be fired, because how you just gonna sit up there? Why, if you're approaching somebody's car, I thought that you're supposed to just tap on the window or something like that, not just open their door, and start invading their privacy. You scared that young man when you did that, Officer James. You scared Eric. You know what I'm saying? And Eric, I felt like Eric should not have backed the car out and pulled off. You don't do that on an officer. Even if the officer is wrong, you technically shouldn't have done that, because you ran the officer. You struck the officer with the door or with the car as you was, trying to get away from him. That's why he fired at you. I don't think if you would have just, you would have been nervous, but if you would have had cooperated with the officer, I don't think he would have shot or opened fire on you. But still, I felt like before approaching that car, you should have waited for backup, Officer James. You called for backup. If you thought that was the car that invaded you, or that you and the rest of the police department was looking for the day before, you got to proceed that situation with caution, because you don't know. They could have a Union Tiffany. I didn't read that in the article. They might. But like I said, this man deserved to get fired. You don't sit up there and just open fire on a teenager. You technically should have just not tapped on the window, gave that teenager time to open the door or let the window down. And then you could have tried to talk to that teenager calmly. But instead, you went to the car, opened the door, and demanded that he got out the car while he was eating. Before, like I said, before he approached that car, he should have waited till backup got there. And y'all could have made sure together as as a group, or say if only one or two officers would have came for backup, all of y'all could have got the license plate and made sure, looked it up in the computer, and made sure that that was the right car from the day before you approach the car. You got to make sure you know what you're doing. You can't just run up on any and everybody. You can't do people like that because you scare people. People thinking you gonna hurt them, especially, the cops, how they been the last couple of years, especially towards black people. I don't mean to bring race into it, but the way they've been assaulting us and unaliving us, yeah, and Caucasian people and other people outside our race, they're aware of that stuff. So of course they're gonna get scared and they think you're gonna hurt them. So, like I said, you should have waited for backup, sir, but you decided to proceed. You made that mistake. You was wrong for that. Even though the teenager shouldn't have did what he did in response, I don't agree with him just driving off like that because, he set himself up a little bit to get hurt because he shouldn't have did that at all. But still, you scared him. He a kid. Like he probably wasn't. He probably don't know what to do in a situation like that. He panicked. And instead of you seeing that, how nervous and how scared he was, you should have just chased after the car and then got him to stop the car. Then you could have but then again, well, yeah, stop the car, and then you could have waited for backup, or you and your backup could have stopped him, and y'all could have just talked to him, calm him down, explain the situation to him, let him know that either that was the same car that invaded the police the day before, or it was just the wrong car. People make mistakes, but the way you went about it, sir, you took it too far. You did, officer. You took it too far. You absolutely took it too far, and that boy is in critical condition now. He fighting for his life now because you panicked and you shot him. You popped him. You popped him up with your gun to the point that he might, it's a possibility he may or may not make it out of the hospital alive. See, if anything, you should have shot at the wheels of the car, or you could have, instead of shooting him, you should have tried to shoot the wheels out the car or something like that. Cause so the car could just, like basically the car could have stopped. Well, not stopped, but instead of popping the boy, you could have popped them tires. Maybe the boy would have ran off the side of the road or something like that. Or maybe he would have stopped the car somehow, who knows? But you handled that situation completely wrong, officer. Well, former officer. And you should not get your job back. You should not, you should not get your job back, sir. You should definitely not get your job back because you crossed the line. You definitely, hey, Alina, if I said it right. But yeah, you crossed the line, sir. That's a line that you shouldn't have crossed, and it's something that you got to live with. Something you got to live with. So I don't think you should get your job back, because what if you do the same thing again? What if you lose it and you panic and you put another kid or another person, possibly innocent person, in the hospital where they have to fight for their life? If I was Eric's family while he got a lawyer, I would sue you and I would sue that police department. Because that police department should have made sure that you was fully trained before you and trained right before you went out on the road. Because you have not been on that job a year and you already got something like this happening on your record. See, like I said, if I was that family, I would sue the police station. I would sue you. I would clean y'all's pocketbook out. I would mop the floor up with y'all's money, with y'all. I would. I would collect. I would do everything I can to make sure I collect. Cause baby, you wouldn't get. If that was my child, you wouldn't get away with nothing. I would teach you a lesson of a lifetime with a lawsuit. Try to get as much as I can out of your butt. Teach you a valuable lesson that you can't hurt everybody and get away with it. Because right is right and wrong is wrong. And the way you pursued that boy was wrong. You should have waited for backup. And them officers that came, they probably would have been more experienced than you. They probably would have handled the situation better than you. And they could have taught you some things how to handle situations like that. You could have learned something. But instead, you wanted to try to be, I guess, hero or try to show how big and tough you are and intimidate a kid. You lucky that kid didn't run you over with that car. That's what you lucky. You lucky for that he was just trying to get away. But yeah, like I said, you showing me, Officer James, that everybody don't need to be no cop. Everybody doesn't deserve to be a cop because everybody don't have the self-control. They don't have the mental right state of mind to be no cop. Because like I said, that takes a lot of time and a lot of patience. Make sure that you gather your evidence. Make sure that you know what you're doing before you do it. Because like I said, if you would have looked up the license plate on your computer, you would have found out if that was the right car or not. Especially if you had the license plate from the car the day before, that would have been the same car, and you should have waited for backup, and y'all could have proceeded that car together. And with multiple officers around him, I don't think if it was more than one officer, I don't think that teenager would have panicked and, walked and did what he did. I don't think that boy would have panicked at all. I think he would have cooperated with you and your backup. He would have. I really do think so. Well, what do y'all think about the situation? Like, what do y'all think about what Officer James did to Eric? I think Eric shouldn't have pulled away from him. I thought that Eric should have maybe stepped out the car and just see what the officer wanted, before and put the food down, see what he wanted. But like I said, what y'all think should have happened? How you think the situation should have been handled? Did I, Caramel? Shoot, was anything you don't have nothing different? Was I was I right? Am I right? Am I wrong? Or because normally I don't want to talk nobody's ear off, but when I do these lives, I be trying to get the facts out, and I be trying to express my opinion. But we 23 minutes in, y'all can also, have the freedom of speech. Y'all also have the freedom of speech as well, so y'all can speak too. Because if you don't agree with me, that's fine. We can agree to disagree. But you can, if you feel comfortable, let me know if it's anything different, a different way you would have handled the situation. Because it's 5 of you in the chat. I know it's a little late. It's after one. It's 1:25 in the morning, or in the morning on the East Coast. No, yes, you're right. He should have approached different or waited for backup. Okay, Caramel. Yeah, I wonder, is Caramel, does she have the only, do she have the only, is she the only one that's gonna let me know what people think or how y'all feel? But if she is, then that's okay. I'm fine with it. At least somebody responded to me. Because, y'all don't have to always agree with me if you don't want to. If I'm wrong, you give me some constructive criticism, I can learn from it. Because I also want people to feel like they free to speak and express themselves and express their feelings. You don't have to, be afraid to speak. Okay, Tiffany says, I always feel like it's more to the story when it comes to cops. Hold on. When it comes to cops. Because why wouldn't he have run the plate, like you said, just seems strange? Yeah, he should have ran the plate. He should have. Cause that's the thing. That's the first thing he should have done. If you was not sure about if that was the car that y'all was looking for, or invaded y'all, or did y'all, or should I say, invaded y'all the day before, or the car y'all was looking for, don't you run the plates first before you proceed? That's what I thought. That's what I thought he should have done. But let me go get my prayer book right quick. I'm gonna read my prayer book. Hold on, let me go get it. I forgot to do this at the beginning, but I can do it now. I'm gonna read from my prayer book, Walk in Faith. I'm gonna read a Bible verse, and then I'm gonna read a prayer, and then I might get off after that. But here's the Bible. Here's the Bible verse. Give me a second. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Therefore will not we fear, though the earth be removed, and though the mountains he carried into the midst of the sea, though the waters thereof roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with the swelling thereof. That's from the book of Psalm, chapter 46, verses 1 through 3. Here's the prayer. Lord, thank you for being my refuge. You truly are with me in the midst of upheaval. I don't know how to say that right. I'm sorry. And disruption. When things all around me are in chaos, you provide stable ground underneath my feet. No matter how noisy the world becomes, you provide calm and peace within me. Yeah, I should have read that from the beginning. Hopefully y'all like that. But yeah, if y'all don't have any other comments or any opinions about the situation, then I could be getting off. But you welcome, Caramel. I don't mind doing that. Oh, and good night to you too. Because that's the only thing I really wanted to talk about. See, when I do these lives, I want to talk about different, I want to be stuck, like try to be stuck on one topic. Thank you, Tiffany. Good night to you too. But yeah, I want to be stuck. I want to do one topic at a time. I don't like to do multiple topics because I have an opinion, just like everybody else have an opinion on the topic. So I like to stay on topic unless have other things that you want to bring to my attention or want to talk about. Because there's plenty of news out there. There's plenty of things out there that we can see and report about, talk about. Like the next thing, the next article I might talk about on the next live I do, it might be about, I think it's about a team destroying, Hooters or something like that. I might look into that more. I'm not sure. But yeah, like Tiffany said earlier, I think there might be more to that situation with the Texas cop and James and Eric. There has to be something more. Because why would he do what he did? But yeah, we're at 29 minutes right now. I'm about to get off in a little bit. I thought that I would just come on, give y'all, 3 articles about this situation, about this topic. I just felt like I had to talk about it. It's important to me. I don't do a lot of articles about cops and stuff like that because I be careful what I say because I don't want to seem like I'm judging the cop or judging the situation. So I just try to be tread lightly when it come to that. But I feel like this is a team that didn't deserve what he got. I hope and pray that Eric gets better and that he heals, and he's young, so he got a lot of life left in him. I just pray that his family is do well. I pray that he recovers and that his family be by him and they protect him. And maybe Eric can learn a lot from this situation. But it seemed like it was late at night, and Eric shouldn't have been out. A 17-year-old should not be out at night driving a car anyway. He should be. He's a minor. He should be at home getting some sleep and getting ready to go to school the next day. He shouldn't be out driving at night. I'm just saying. He should have been at home. So, I just don't feel like he should have been out driving. It looked like it was sometime at night. So he should have been at home. Because like I said, minors, in my opinion, they should not be driving at night. They should be at home, especially, it was in the month of October. School is started. So you should be at home getting ready for school for the next morning. So, like I said, Eric, be careful if you ever get to drive again. Be careful, baby. Baby boy, be careful. Be careful where you go and, where you hang out at, because you don't want situations like this to happen again. And his parents, if they get him back, then they should watch and pay attention to him more and where he goes. Don't be so freely to just trust him, because he can end up in a situation like this again or worse. So I'm praying for Eric. Hope he recovers. He only 17, so hopefully he could have, he has a bright future ahead if he survives, and hopefully he learns a lesson from this situation. It's so unfortunate, and the cops also, the police station need to, train their cops better. Make sure they get more training and better training so they know what to do and what not to do. Some may have to have longer training than others, but you want to make sure before you put a cop out there on the street, make sure that they have enough practice and have enough, and feel comfortable enough handling the situation with caution instead of with pressure and with aggression, if that sounds right. But anyway, I think I done talked enough. I've been on for 32 minutes. I have 5 people in the chat and 10 likes. That's good. So I hope you all like, comment. Ooh, my light keep going out. Lets me know I need to be getting off. But anyway, hey Kayla. Yeah, they are hiring any and everybody nowadays. They don't know what they're doing. They just want to put people out on the street just to put them out there. But if you're going to save a life or if you're going to do something for people, make sure you trained so you can save a life the right way. So you can proceed the right way. If you have to make an arrest, there's ways, go by the procedure, go by the book. Don't let your emotions cloud your judgment. Don't let your emotions get you in a situation where you can't come back from. So pay attention to the proper steps. Follow the rules. Don't make up your own rules. Follow the rules that you was trained to follow, and pray that that things go well. That you do your job right, basically, and that you can keep your job and never get fired. But yeah, I done babbled on enough. I done been on for 34 minutes. Anyway, I hope you all like, comment, subscribe. Get those likes up for me, baby, so I can, be popular in the aneurysms or whatever they call it. But the more likes I get, the more views I get, the more hours I can get. Because I need at least 4,000 hours. I don't know how many I have, but I need at least 4,000 view hours to, be monetized. So I got over 1,300 subscribers, almost 1,400. So y'all, show me. I appreciate y'all support. I love everybody. Thank you for supporting me and following me on this journey. I hope that I'm doing a good job, and I hope that I can continue to do well. because I'm gonna keep trying to push content. I like the lives. I might try to do pre-recorded videos again, but if not, I try to strictly do lives because I think they're better to do anyway because I can interact with you all more often. I can also, if you leave me comments in the comment section, I will do everything I can to, respond and reply. But like I said, I'm at 35 minutes. I need to get off. So I hope you all, thank you, Shay. And anyway, I hope you all like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you care, get them likes up, and y'all have a good night. Peace. Bye.